We are turning the time machine on again for a journey through the history of endurance motorsports in these final months of 2025. We will wind 20 years to 2005, a time when Le Mans prototypes had no roofs and were known for their loud, raw engine performance. These cars were something to see at the biggest endurance races on Earth. Audi was nearly unstoppable in endurance racing during the 2000s, its dominance marked by not just technical brilliance, but also the passion of talented drivers who pushed the limits of what was possible on the track. Yet, the rivalry with other manufacturers intensified, and an underdog team nearly broke Audi's streak. The LMP 900 was a top category in Le Mans and American Le Mans Series from 2000 to 2003, featuring open-top prototype cars that had to meet a minimum weight of 900 kilograms. Major manufacturers such as Audi, Cadillac, Paynos, and Chrysler fielded this class as factory teams. Then you have the Pescarolo C60. This race car challenged the dominant Audi R8 in the LMP 900 class, which later adapted to the new LMP1 rules in the 24 Hours of Le Mans and the European Le Mans Series. Fast, loud, and powerful, the C60 Hybrid evoked nostalgia among those who remembered its adventures. It was a fan favorite in real motorsports and the beloved Gran Turismo video game, sponsored by Sony and PlayStation. Henry Pescarolo founded his Pescarolo Sport team in 1999 in Le Mans, France. He was a successful privateer racer at the 24 Hours of Le Mans during the 1970s and 1980s, clinching 4 victories. Pescarolo's journey as a team owner began when he raced a Porsche engine Courage C50 at the 1999 24 Hours of Le Mans, marking both the team's first year and his final race as a driver before retiring to focus on team ownership. The Pescarolo C60 came to life through a multi-year development process led by the private racing team Pescarolo Sport starting in 2000. They bought and modified a Courage C60 chassis, trying out different engine setups, and raced against factory-supported teams at Le Mans. In the 2000s, Pescarolo concentrated on the FIA Sports Car Championship, Le Mans Endurance Series, and the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Over 6 years, the Courage C60 has undergone 3 significant phases, becoming one of the best privateer prototypes of its era. In 2000, Courage Competition introduced the Courage C60, a race car constructor that Pescarolo Sport later developed and used in 2001. Previously, they used the Courage C52, which performed well, finishing 4th overall at the 2000 Le Mans 24-hour race, behind the top 3 factory Audi teams. Pescarolo's first season with 2 C60 chassis supplied Peugeot's twin-turbocharged 3.2-liter V6 capable of 550 horsepower, tuned by Sodemo. Henry had previously used this engine in his Courage C52, proven to be reliable and robust. However, he was unhappy with the results of the 2001 season. During testing debut at the 12 Hours of Sebring in the American Le Mans Series, drivers Jean-Christophe Boulian, Sébastien Bourdais, and Laurent Redon took charge of the C60 Peugeot, but engine issues after 167 laps forced them to retire, leaving them in 25th place overall and 7th in class. At Le Mans that same year, one of the C60 cars finished 13th overall, while the other didn't finish. To improve the team's car, Pescarolo brought in André de Courtens as the team's technical director. André had extensive experience designing racing prototypes, including the famous Toyota GT1, and he drew on that experience to tweak the C60's aerodynamics for improved performance. In 2002, the C60 Peugeot received an Evo package in which Pescarolo's technical director redesigned the bodywork, including the front brake ducts and the rear wing end plates, to improve efficiency and add downforce. They also added 30 horsepower, bringing the total to 580 horsepower. A short-lived European series, the FIA Sports Car Championship ran from 2001 to 2003. There were 2 main types of sports car prototypes, SR1 and SR2, based on the LMP 900 and LMP 675 class from Le Mans. Pescarolo competed in the SR1 category against other underdogs, including Dome, Riley Scott, and Lola. With 2 race wins in 2002, Pescarolo Sport finished second in the team championship behind Dome. They won the first and last races of the 2003 season, finishing second again in the team's championship. The C60 Evo placed 10th in 2002, then 8th and 9th overall in 2003 at Le Mans, trailing the winning Audi R8 and the 2003 Bentley Speed 8. By 2004, the LMP 900 category was renamed Le Mans Prototype 1, better known as LMP1 at Le Mans. Pescarolo extensively upgraded the car, transforming it from a bare Courage chassis to what was called the Pescarolo C60 Judd. In late 2003, Pescarolo Sport faced financial difficulties after French carmaker Peugeot stopped supplying engines. The investment from Sony provided the team with the necessary funds to purchase the new, more powerful 5-liter Judd GV5 V10 engine, which produced over 600 horsepower at 7,800 RPM and could exceed 800 horsepower without racing restrictions. To comply with the 2004 Le Mans rules, Pescarolo redesigned the rear wing and changed the overall aerodynamics to boost performance. They improved the suspension and drivetrain to enhance grip and handling. Sony and PlayStation sponsored the Pescarolo Sport Racing team to promote their racing game Gran Turismo 4. The game included PlayStation-branded Pescarolo cars that raced in real life, including at the famous 24 Hours of Le Mans, giving Sony an excellent opportunity to market the game to fans who could experience Gran Turismo on racing simulators right in the paddock. The investment and support from Sony were crucial to the small team's operation for several years, helping Pescarolo to compete against bigger factory-backed teams like Audi Yost, which have more resources. After 2002, Audi no longer factory-supported the R8 LMPs and were run by private teams only. Despite facing weight and power penalties as well as rule changes to equalize the competition, the R8 remained unbeaten until its retirement, as it was simply too good. On the other hand, Pescarolo reached its high point, allowing the private team to challenge the boss at the 2004 Le Mans 24-hour race. Driven by 3 French drivers, Pescarolo would place 5th overall in qualifying and eventually finish in a remarkable 4th place in the race, ahead of some factory-backed entries like Lister Storm, while Audi took victory. Pescarolo debuted in the new Le Mans Endurance Series, which began in 2004, but struggled to replicate their success, finishing 6th in the LMP1 team standings. But from that point forward, it was the following season when Pescarolo took their talents to the next level. For 2005, the ACO revised its LMP1 regulations, so the C60 evolved into a new version called the C60 Hybrid Judd. But the hybrid in this case doesn't mean it has a hybrid engine. It just means Pescarolo modified the car to fit new rules while still using an older chassis. Teams were allowed to keep racing older LMP 900 chassis for an extra 2 years. However, they had to improve the car's aerodynamics by adding ground effect tunnels, raising the ride height, and installing a second rollover hoop to enhance driver safety and stability at high speeds on the track. Pescarolo included these mandatory upgrades in the C60 Hybrid. The C60 benefited from performance upgrades, such as a larger air restrictor that boosted engine power by 15% and reduced weight by 50 kilograms. Because of these changes, the C60 Hybrid became a closer threat than ever to the Audi teams. Pescarolo never managed to snag an overall win at the 24 Hours of Le Mans against Audi, but they did manage to beat some of Audi's cars here and there. Their closest attempts to take down Audi were in 2005 and 2006. In 2005, the C60 Hybrid even outpaced the private Audi R8 by 3 seconds in qualifying, landing them in 1st and 2nd, while ADT champion Racing Audi took 3rd. Despite their speed, issues like wrecking out and engine overheating hindered their chances of victory. Emmanuel Collard, Jean-Christophe Boulian, and Eric Comas ended up in 2nd place, just 2 laps behind the winning Audi and 4 laps ahead of the Audi in 3rd. In 2006, Pescarolo was unable to outqualify Audi at Le Mans. However, they still secured a solid 2nd place, this time trailing Audi's new, more powerful diesel R10 TDI, which made history as the first diesel car to win Le Mans. What's cool is that Pescarolo finished ahead of the other factory R10 TDI, showing the strength of drivers Sebastian Loeb, Eric Hellery, and Frank Montini by breaking up the factory Audis on the podium again. Even though their 24-hour Le Mans challenge had its share of reliability issues, Pescarolo really showed off their skills and dominance in the shorter races of the Le Mans Endurance Series in 2005 and 06. The team won the LMP1 championship twice and won every race in 2006 with their C60 Hybrid. This version of the car was a total game changer over the 2 seasons, boasting speed and flawless performance that could take on the factory teams. For 2007, the ACO introduced completely new rules for the LMP1 and LMP2 prototype classes, which would take effect, making the Pescarolo C60 design obsolete for good, requiring a new model called the Pescarolo 01. After Pescarolo Sport went out of business in 2010, another French team, Oak Racing, acquired some of its assets and has been racing Pescarolo cars since 2009. Oak Racing's owner, Jacques Nicolet, believed in giving smaller teams a fair chance to compete with big factory teams, making racing more interesting. Nicolas Manassian, who used to drive for Pescarolo Sport, became the sporting director of another successful team called IDAC Sport Racing. He saw Henry Pescarolo as a big inspiration for how he ran his team. Pescarolo Sport is remembered as a lovable underdog, meaning they were a minor team that tried hard to race against much stronger teams like Audi and Peugeot. Their efforts show that well-managed independent teams could still compete. If you did enjoy this video, do not forget to click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for some more cars and motorsport content. Anyways, I'll see you in the very next video. Peace out and stay safe. Christheradar out.